Hi all, my name is Malika and today we're having Sean Kim. He is an experienced community manager. He provides consultancy and marketing for Web3 projects, and now he's building a music ecosystem based on NFT marketplace. Thank you so much for coming, Sean. We are happy to see you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, my first question is how you first became interested in crypto.
How I first became interested in crypto, I accidentally bought Bitcoin in 2016. It was going up. So prior to that, something happened to my computer. I wanted to check it out on what had happened. So I hired a white hat hacker to check my computer. And he said he just wants $100 in Bitcoin. So I make a account in Coinbase and send him $100. I check time to time what happened to Bitcoin, and the price shot up to $500, about $450. So that's when I said, "Oh, okay, this may go up a little more." I bought it, went up to 700. Then I told my parents, and then they were like, "No, it sounds like a Ponzi scheme. Just sell it." And after 4 months, I think it was either 4 or 5 months, it doubled. And then I realized the potential. So I was trading for a while, and then I started working actually early 2021, and I haven't stopped working outside of crypto since. Thank you. That's the story.
Such an interesting story. Thank you, Sean. Yes, and could you please tell us what are the benefits of Web3 technology compared to traditional web technology?
From my experience of really being immersed in this space, if Web 1 and Web 2 are borderless exchange of information, if they made this possible, Web 3 builds upon this and provides a way to freely exchange value. When you freely exchange value, what does it mean? Borders are not really, borders, your geolocation, it doesn't really matter. You could really transact with everybody. And also Web 2 projects where they were able to bring a lot of people together, but most of the time it was bound by countries or language or certain things. Therefore, how we approach and market the products are different. Web 2 projects didn't know how to monetize the communities they bring together. The Web 3 projects are a different type where the community and the project make the development of the project together, so to speak. So with Web 3, great projects can be globally successful instantly through internet and blockchain technology in a very short time. And this can be very easy to be successful or fail very easily. So like I explain it as like borderless stock company. That would be what's different between Web 1 and 2, on my opinion.
Thank you so much, Sean. And what advice do you have for companies looking to adopt Web3 technology?
Web3 is built by the project and the community of investors together. Even since the very beginning. So focus on attracting quality community members. I've seen many companies just focus on the monetary opportunity, but they quickly find out that what they used to do in Web 2 and traditional businesses don't work. It doesn't work because it's really global. What worked in America may not work in Korea and China. So people easily say everything in crypto must be a scam because what used to work in my own field is not working on crypto. They don't blame themselves because, rightfully so, because what they were doing before used to work. But crypto is a different beast, and you can't just try to exploit this crowd and benefit off of them only. You must attract core fans of crypto and bring actual value in making the entire space better. And how they see value and how traditional businesses defines value and sees value is very different. So your traditional region-specific marketing doesn't work in crypto. Crypto is global again. So be specific on what problem you want to solve build a globally active community before you just adopt Web3 technology and wishing for miracles to happen. That's my answer.
Thank you. What are the key challenges you face when working on Web3 projects?
It's still so early. It's still early. So there are a lot of projects that looks legit, and they end up being a scam. And it's very hard to have and keep high moral values, because when the project owners start to see millions of dollars in front of their eyes, and I mean, they're literally just a few clicks away. Meeting the right people with high moral value is key. That's the key. It's not easy. And this is why even after 3 to 4 years in this space, actively trading and working since 2021, I'm embarrassed to say that I still get scammed. But there are a lot of more good people in crypto, just like how there are a lot more good people than bad people in the world. So meeting the right people is key.
Okay, thank you. And what is your response to the criticism that Web3 technology is too complex and difficult for the average user?
I mean, it's just like anything else. If you want to be a lawyer, you have to learn the legal language and the judicial system. Right? If you want to be a doctor, you have to learn the language and the medical system. If you want to be in crypto, you have to learn the language and the world's economic system, because that's what it deals with. And Web3 is not for people who just wants to make millions, but they are expecting it to be easy as like a scratcher lottery tickets. You have to study. I mean, is connected with everything, right? Politics, world economy, local economy, macro economy. You have to know all these things. You have to trade DeFi. You have to mint your own, NFT collections. You have to learn how to be involved in that. You have to know how to trade on exchanges and do your own research. And on top of it, you have to stay informed. It's if you start doing it, it's surprisingly easy, because it just becomes just like anything else, like driving a car. You're overwhelmed first week, second week, you get better, and you get the hang of it, right? You just gotta get the hang of it, just like anything else.
Thank you. Totally agree. And could you please give us any examples of successful Web3 projects and explain what made them successful?
I think what fascinated me the most was Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is a very interesting case. It started as a Ethereum version of Dogecoin, in some sense to mock Doge, but the community came together and the developer kept on building. And about 2 years ago, around this time, Shiba Inu started going up and eventually reaching top 10 market cap. In Web3, yeah, you need technical people. You need the developers, yeah. And you must market the project with the best influencers. And there's no doubt. But if you don't have a strong community, it will go nowhere. And Shiba Inu had the execution. They're constantly investing in technology. There's a marketing hype and a very, very strong community. And this is what every project needs. Be successful in Web3. That's the basic thing that you need.
Yeah, community before marketing. Thank you, Sean. And have you ever worked on a Web3 project that failed? And what you've seen, what you've learned from that experience?
There was a project called Vacuum. We started marketing it in late August 2022, and we really started building a really huge hype in Korea. We scheduled to launch it in November, but then the FTX crash happens. You need all 4 of those things that I mentioned, and of course, community is in the center, and we do community management and marketing at the same time. That's why we do it together. But I mentioned earlier execution, technology, the hype, a strong community, but you also need this one thing, which is, this is the major one. You need to time your launch just right. You can't be launching your project when everything is dumping. So Vacuum thought we should launch like a month later. But eventually what happened was the market wasn't doing that well last December, and some people were starting to say Bitcoin is going to go to zero. Of course, now we know that didn't happen. The market came back swinging within a month, right? And till this day, we regret had we pushed the launch just one more month, we wouldn't have failed. Project is still alive. But it flopped. It flopped really bad, and this is what I learned. You can do everything right, but if you don't look at the macro conditions of the world economy and the overall crypto market trend, you're most likely gonna fail or not do well.
Interesting. Sean, what are some innovative or creative marketing techniques you've seen or used in the crypto industry?
There are a lot of ways to market. I mean, you've seen the Times Square ads, SpaceX billboard ads, online news articles, and you attend the conferences, and it's just like what traditional businesses do too. Because it wasn't common on crypto that we meet in real life. Just attending a crypto event was a big thing a few years back. Last year, a project it really stood out. One project really stood out. There was an NFT project, I believe. I do have to do my own research to remember, but it wasn't an advertisement, but they used the NFTs to link it to a program that generates a unique QR code. And this QR code was a secret pass. It's only given to the holders and can be used to enter an exclusive floor of the event venue. So that was an interesting use of innovative display of any crypto project, for me at least.
Thank you. Yeah. And what challenges do you face in marketing crypto given the volatile nature of the market?
Crypto moves really fast. Literally, hundreds of new projects are pouring out every week or two. On top of it, it's extremely volatile. One project can be doing 1,000x, while another could be just failing miserably. So, in order to retain potential holders and community members in this market, who are going to be the ones that hold your price and hype your project and make the price go up, bringing new investors, you got to make the community be engaged. If there's nothing to read, watch, to learn, if you don't give the community something to be excited about, holders will move on to the next project very fast. I mean, because there's just so many other projects that are out there doing really, really well. Give Pepe for an example, 1,000x within a month and a half. So if you give what the holders need in terms of information and future value, market volatility really doesn't mean that much for the core holders. So focus on retaining your initial holders. I mean, so in conclusion, yes, you have to constantly market your project within crypto space, outside of your project, but you also have to be constantly marketing your project within your own crypto community. That's what's really difficult.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. And what strategies do you employ to build trust and credibility in the crypto community through marketing efforts?
What's unique in this market is that it outright deals with money. So once you have some kind of valid transaction with your community, you can start building trust. Let's say I promise that I'm going to run a prize event, and as part of my marketing campaign, and the winner will get like $20 worth of Bitcoin. If you win and I send you the money, we start building trust. You don't know who you are, you don't know who I am, you don't know whether my project is legit, you don't know if your project is legit, or you yourself is we don't know if you're a criminal, we don't know if you're a teenager, we don't know anything about it, right? So if we have to run a few of these events and do a few transactions, and we do this over and over again. And I keep my end of the bargain, you keep your end of the bargain, by telling people I won, talking to your friends about the project, and even if it's just small amounts, we can build credibility. It'll take some time. It's just like building trust in real life. Do what you say you're gonna do. People will trust you. You gotta build that. and eventually build rapport with your regular members.
Yeah, totally. And can you please share an example of a successful crypto marketing campaign you've worked on and what made it successful?
I was the CM for South Korea for KuCoin until last month. We ran weekly events, and we had weekly games on top of the referral events and all kinds of different events within the community. And as we did this, we partnered with other communities and to market about the events in KuCoin. At the end of the 4th month, we have doubled the number of community members organically to somewhere around 9,800 members. And we were the fastest growing non-Korean exchange in Korea by certain metrics. So how did we achieve it? How we achieved it was very simple. Continue to create engaging and fun events that users can enjoy, and give them token prizes, and that is worth anywhere between $10 to $20 every week. You're just coming in, talking about something that you love, something that sharing what you know about crypto. Of course, this is an exchange, so just to keep talking about it and make it fun to stay in the community. So essentially, what it comes down to is have your target audience feel a very strong, positive emotion and reward them for it continuously. And through word of mouth, they'll bring their own friends and family. That was our strategy, and it worked.
Great. Yes, great. And great recommendation. Sean, how do you stay updated on the latest trends and best practices in crypto marketing?
You have to be informed. You have to have high moral value to start with. Because you're not dealing with, average people will make anywhere between $2,500 to $5,000 per month in South Korea. Average salary man will earn 6,000 to $5,000 to $7,000 in between that in the US, anywhere in the US. So but crypto is, you're dealing with tens of thousands of dollars every day. You have to have a high moral value to stay in business. If you've worked for a major company for over a year and you're still doing it, most likely you can probably trust that person. Whatever that person is doing, you could probably trust them. Of course, you have to go. You can't trust that person 100%, but you get what I'm saying. So you have to have a high moral value to start with, and you have to be informed. The first thing I do in the morning, I check out all the information channels and the tweets and crypto YouTube channels. Crypto is interesting because macroeconomy, local economy, world politics, and basically anything and everything on national or global scale can impact the market. And even if you're a professional in one field, it may be easy for you to understand and mingle with other people in other industries. Crypto, you will have to have a very basic understanding of what the latest trend is. So you gotta stay up to date with these news and learn about the trend and watch closely on how major projects do it, and just use what works and what doesn't. Major projects, something that goes viral has a reason, and you just benchmark basically what they're doing right, what you think they're doing right. So that's my secret. Be informed, continue to be informed, stay highly, keep your high moral values. You gotta benchmark and learn from others. That's the key, benchmarking.
Thank you, Sean. Yeah, it is difficult to trust in this industry. What excites you most about the future of Web3 technology?
I say Web3 is Right now, it's similar to internet before the introduction of smartphones. So many projects are working really hard to revolutionize the way we transact and prepare for our future of entertainment through metaverse and blockchain gaming, and also with NFTs. The rest of the world they just don't know yet. And I'm excited to see all those new opportunities that this market will create. It already has created so much, and it will start to create even more. I'm very excited about how we're going to be using different technologies such as decentralized identification and soul-bound NFTs. It'll be very interesting and very useful, and it will bring a lot of integrity to the space. And if all traders can be, or if good number of traders can be identified when needed, then that's when you're gonna see the big money come, national funds, national investment funds. So and sovereign funds from Middle East and Europe. That's when you'll see literally trillions of dollars coming in. So I'm very grateful that I'm taking a part of it in its infancy, and I'm very hopeful for this for the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years. Well, it's most likely gonna stay. Like just like computers, we thought computers were gonna go away after a while. No, it didn't. Internet was the next target, but it didn't go away. Then the smartphone came out. So I think once we have a technology or some kind of a physical machinery that can really make it easy for people to get into crypto, we'll have a mass adoption that everybody wants to talk about. Mass adoption will have my outlook. So what excites me is the IDs, soul-bound NFTs, because it will bring a lot of opportunity, a lot of money to this space. That's my answer.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sean, and thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you again.
Likewise, thank you so much for having me.